It is the 5th day of July, and the market's message is that the Brexit was overblown. When the first market spoke, it gave a thumbs down to the Brexit. Now maybe they're rethinking this. Fox News contributor, financial strategist Clark Hodges on the line with us here this morning. And Clark, reaction as usual. These people that panic sometimes over absolutely nothing, and the rest of us who don't worry about it that much can get a good deal. Good morning.
Good morning. You're very correct. Very wise words, because a lot of people do pay such close attention to the markets that when they sell off like they did last week, scares people out of their investments and changes their philosophy, and it's usually a bad thing given the fact that this all repeats itself the next day. This market opens every single day at 8:30 Central Time where I live, and it closes at 3. And so if you're having a bad day, it doesn't mean the next day is not going to be good. So don't get scared out of it and change your long-term investment plan just because of a one-time event that looks like it has had not much effect on the overall market because it bounced back pretty strongly.
Indeed. Clark Hodges with us this morning, Fox News contributor, financial strategist. A lot of people that I've talked to, financial experts, said that, this was Britain's Independence Day. Their declaration, and why should a good people who are fiscally responsible have to sit around and belong to an organization that tries to support and prop up Portugal and Cyprus and Greece and the other bad players that can't seem to get their act together.
Right, that's very true. A good analogy would be an individual who has credit card debt and a mortgage and car loans. If they can go in and cut some of the interest they're paying every single month to some of these creditors, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you cut your interest payments down if you have the opportunity to do? And it can weigh on you if you have a lot of debt and paying a lot of high interest. So it's very similar to that, in my opinion.
Clark Hodges with us, Fox News contributor, as well as, of course, financial strategist. So the problem is, Clark, that you have the people that want to give you some sort of an answer that this union is a good idea. One of the best. I mean, these people have nothing in common. A lot of these countries, they speak different languages. They are different cultures. They don't have a lot in common. This European Union I always thought was a house of cards anyway.
Right. In Britain's case, they use the pound. They don't use the euro. So it does make a lot of logical sense.
What is what do you see right now as the future going forward, and how Britain is going to react to this? Because they still have some opposition. We hear from the media that the people didn't know what they were voting for. They were just stupid, and they're trying to get this recalled.
Well, that's crying over spilt milk, in my opinion. You're going to have that aspect of it, but the fact is that this is probably not going to be a non-event for much of the market. If you and I are in the United States, we're still going to consume products. We're still going to travel. We're still going to go to the movies. We're still going to go out to eat in our favorite restaurant and go to our favorite store and shop. So if you're doing business domestically only, you're probably not going to be affected by this whatsoever. If you're in the international banking business, you're going to be affected by it. But, the market gives you opportunities. You have to say the market gave you an opportunity to buy some of these domestic companies last week, almost 10 or 15% cheaper than they were a few days earlier. And that's something that hopefully many people were able to take advantage of. And like I say, don't let one event change your stripes, change your investment thesis. You and your financial advisor probably sat down, had a plan, and had a plan for a long time going into retirement. So one day does not make a career in investing. So hopefully you don't get scared out of your goals after one day.
But I look at this as a very positive thing for Britain to get out of that organization and have their own, just stand alone. They don't need to be in this group of folks who just want to spend a lot of money and look around when they're in debt and say, okay, now bail us out.
Yeah, that's definitely something that getting that noose from that, ball and chain, if you will, out from under them is really a good move, I think. So I agree with you.
All right. Clark, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good
All
day.
right. Fox News contributor, financial strategist Clark Hodges. At 10 minutes before 8 o'clock, 76 degrees, 7, make it 70.